Greetings, people of the world! Matthew back with you here at Novora Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Eternal Sonata. So, last time, we were introduced to our lead male hero Allegretto and his brother Beat. As we made our way through the sewers here in Retiro, we made it to the end of the sewers, with the two boys now currently at experience level 4, and we can now make our way to our next location. Yeah, if it is the save points in a location, then if you're familiar with RPGs, you probably have an idea of what's about to come. That.
Be careful, Beat. They're after the bread.
We've got people waiting for this, and we don't have enough to give any of it to you.
Yeah, so back off. Yeah, so here's our first boss of the game. Plus, you gotta love the boss music of this game. I'm gonna be quiet for a minute just so you can listen to it.
Not bad.
Rapid shooter! How was that?
Yeah, there is a lot of wonderful, incredible music in this game, all done by orchestra. None of this done by computer crap, it's all done by orchestra, and they do an amazing job with the music. Yeah, and our boss here, as in case you weren't paying attention, is basically like a combination of a mouse and a flying squirrel. Very hilarious indeed. Yeah, they grow these rats big around here. Plus on top of that, they're mutated. Yeah, you also make sure that whenever the chance icon appears, use that circle to minimize the damage that you'll take. There's a lot of emphasis on anticipation of an enemy's attacks in this game, and you have to be willing to be able to have fast reflexes and be able to anticipate what an enemy is going to do and when they're going to do it. And if you do it wrong, you could end up false starting, and you could end up getting yourself damaged more than you should. But we're doing well so far. And also, as well, and this only counts for melee attackers, if your timer is down to 0, you can still make a use of a special attack if the character was in the middle of an attack when their timer hit 0. And once again, I did a false start. Not this time, though. Alright, pound away. Pound away on this flying mouse squirrel. And boom! Yeah, we got it in trouble now. We so got this thing in trouble right now. Yeah, it's hunched over, which means it's almost dead. But it's not dead yet. Ah, I did it again. Yeah, that can get really frustrating if you end up false starting. But we endured and we didn't need to use any healing items. So we obtained a rat tail. Can't remember what the rat tail does, but I don't really use it. Also, we got an enhanced sword for Allegretto. And so with that, we bring this scene to this first boss duel to a close.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Don't eat it all at once.
Yeah, this is where I said that these two are kind of like Robin Hood in a way. But of course, they leave some for themselves.
Hey, Retiro, why is bread so expensive anyway? If it was a little cheaper, we wouldn't have to steal it for people. Do you think the baker lady is just being greedy?
Well, you know, Beat, it's not actually the baker lady's fault.
Huh? What do you mean?
The reason the bread is so expensive is the high taxes on it.
Really? But bread is such an inexpensive item.
It's not just bread either. In Retiro, just about everything you need for everyday life has high taxes on it.
Wow, that's crazy.
There's a lot of kids out there who can't get a decent meal to eat these days.
And as a result, they end up like Allegretto and Beat. They become orphans.
Yeah, the only thing that's not taxed is mineral powder.
Oh, I see. So that's why anybody can get it, because it's so cheap. I guess the Counterforte isn't really that bad after all. I mean, at least it keeps the tax on medicine cheap.
Yeah, but Something definitely seems amiss here.
Besides, you and I have the bread problem pretty much taken care of.
Hey,
You would think
don't
so?
get cocky. Be careful what you say, Beat.
Yeah, like, oh, did I do something wrong? Yeah, we'll see that a bit in this Let's Play.
Let's hurry up and drop off the rest. Then it's time for us to eat.
So are you two sharing a loaf then? Because you're each holding one. Meanwhile, back in Tenuto...
Dear, what's wrong? You've been sitting in your room all day.
I think she's sleeping.
Oh, what am I going to do with you? I guess what happened is still bothering her.
Yeah, she was trying to be a good Samaritan, and she was despised for it. She was feared for it.
Whenever she goes there, she ends up getting hurt. Polka, help me pick some flowers later, okay?
We'll check back on them later. So, back in Retiro.
Hey, Retto, did you notice that magician girl from yesterday wasn't around today?
Yeah, you're right.
So they obviously were aware of what happened.
I guess I should have taken a picture of her.
Why would you want to do that?
Are you still messing around with that stuff? You need to look at things with your own two eyes. You'd see things a whole lot clearer if you weren't always looking at them through bent glass.
That's not what photography's about at all, Retto. And
No, it's not. It's his hobby.
bent glass. It's called a lens.
Yes, that's what is what it's called there, Allegretto. Make sure you get it right.
Still, you have to feel sorry for that girl. I guess she won't be around for much longer.
Yeah, Allegretto understands her plight.
What are you talking about?
Don't you know anything? That girl was able to use magic. And that means she must be sick with some kind of incurable illness.
Yeah, that's how things work in this game.
And it's always fatal?
That's right, yeah. Only people who are gonna die soon are able to use magic like that.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, I guess being able to use magic isn't that great after all.
Yeah, it's kind of a downer in this
No, it's
game.
not. You can't use magic powers unless you're really sick.
An incredible power for a terrible trade-off.
I get it. That's why no one in town wanted to get near her yesterday. They didn't want to catch her illness, too.
Yeah, that's right. But the disease isn't actually contagious.
No, it's not.
That's just a rumor somebody started.
And of course,
A rumor?
when everyone falls for it,
Most
it
of the
gets really
time,
bad.
People don't really trust each other. But when it comes to something that they think might hurt them, they'll believe just about anything they hear. And they'll ignore almost anything else that doesn't help them directly.
I guess.
As long as they have food on their table, they don't care if other people out there are starving.
Fend for yourself, then help out everyone else later, right?
Bring them, right?
What are you thinking about, Allegretto?
Okay, Beat. We leave first thing in the morning.
What?
Yep. A sudden decision of action leads us to officially beginning the game's opening credits. So we'll bypass a lot of them, but for the most part, there are some scenes at the end that I will show off, but yeah, for the most part, not much to see in the credits. However, as I said, there will be some actual cut scenes towards the end of said credits, so be back in a moment. Alright, so now we're getting into actual cut scene in this credit sequence. So, with Allegretto and Beat trying to fall asleep before their big journey tomorrow.
Hey, Retto, I'm too excited about tomorrow to fall asleep. And besides, it's way too early to go to bed anyway.
Well, apparently Allegretto doesn't feel the same way. He's out like a light.
Oh, well. I guess I'll go out and look at the stars or something.
Yeah, you go ahead and do that, Beat. Something else I should also point out. Anyone familiar with the RPGs made by the company that made this game, Bandai Namco, should be familiar with the voice actors who do the voices of Allegretto and Beat. I'll mention why in a moment.
I don't see many stars out in the sky tonight. I guess all the bright lights from the city make it hard to see them.
Yeah, so as I was saying, Allegretto's voice actor, he lends his voice to one of the lead characters in Tales of Xillia. They both have their voices used in the Tales of series. Allegretto's voice actor is one of the lead characters in Tales of Xillia, while the voice actor for Beats does one of the lead voices for Tales of Vesperia. So, just pointing that out there. I've never played those games, but I have seen other people play them on YouTube.
There you are. I was wondering where you went when I didn't see you in your room.
Yeah, Polka coming out to look at the view.
Do you think so?
Well, she knows so. She's your mother, after all.
Somehow, when I think back on it, I get the feeling it was much more beautiful when I was a little girl.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, well, things always seem nicer in our memories. It's still just as beautiful. You'll have bad dreams if you stay up too late. Come on, let's get some sleep.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look like Polka's going anywhere. She's pretty much content to stay where she is.
Is Redondo really the same as it's always been? Really?
Well, its citizens might think otherwise. But that officially ends our opening credit sequence, and Eternal Sonata is now officially underway. But soon Polka will be joined by someone else. Not her mother,
No,
but
it's not. This place used to be much more beautiful.
by a gentleman in a top hat.
You have a heart that sees the world with open eyes, don't you?
How can you tell?
Who are you? And what are you doing out here this late at night?
I could be asking you the same thing.
Everything in the world slowly fades with time. It is very difficult to remain still and keep things exactly as they are in just one particular moment.
Yeah, we'll see a lot of that in this game. A lot of talking about things that definitely have a very deep philosophical meaning to them. We'll see that a lot over the course of this Let's Play. 11:09 p.m. back in Paris.
The things that Frederick is seeing, is it all really just a dream? The difference between dreams and reality may very well just be relative.
What makes you so sure?
Oh, and what makes you say that?
Yeah, don't question a man of science.
Well, I don't know. I guess it just came into my mind when I was watching Frederick's face while he was sleeping.
That may be more true than we know. Perhaps what Mr. Chopin is experiencing is not a dream.
More like a nightmare?
Only the individual can determine what is a dream and what is reality. Just because his eyes are closed, that does not necessarily mean he is dreaming.
No, I guess not.
However, if he comes to think that the world he's in on the other side is the true reality, then
Then he could be in a coma?
It's possible he may never return to our reality.
Yeah, definitely a worry to think about. Yeah, there are two ladies watching over Frederick tonight. Yeah, so this place that Polka is in, it's all just a big dream world that is in the mind of our young man with the top hat.
Like me. And that you're gonna die soon too.
Yeah, she's found a kindred
I'm
spirit.
afraid that may very well be true.
So, what kind of magic can you use?
Well, essentially any and all kinds of magic. After all, this whole world is in my dream.
And I guess I kind of spoiled that one a little too early, but yeah, this is all just a dream world that Frederick has made up.
Man, Frederick.
No, it's true. Everything around us is all a part of my dream. Even you are just a product of my imagination.
That's quite a vivid imagination you possess there, Frederick.
Okay then. If what you say is true, can you tell what I'm thinking about right now?
Yeah, what is she thinking about right now?
If we are inside your dream, then reading my mind should be easy for you.
Of course it is. You were thinking that you don't want to use your magical abilities in front of other people anymore. Am I correct?
Yeah.
I don't blame you for feeling that way. No one likes to be hurt.
No, it's true. Then again, the truth itself can be painful, but it is a necessity.
Frederick, there's something I'd really like to show you, but it's in the forest. Would you come with me?
Really?
Huh? You want me to go with you to the forest? You mean right now?
Yes, because it can only be seen at night.
Well, if you say so. So yeah, now we have a new party member. The guy who's dreaming this entire world up in his mind. Frederick. So, we're going to learn more about Frederick as a part of this game. In fact, he's actually another important main character. Unlike everyone else, though, who are just kids, Frederick is a full-grown adult at age 39. And he comes with his own bludgeoning weapon. He comes equipped with a baton. So, this thing, yeah, he's also using a bludgeoning weapon, but we'll see why he's using a baton as a bludgeoning weapon in a moment. Well, in a moment as far as the next episode that comes up. But yeah, we want to leave this beautiful meadow for a while. Oh, hold on. It's all dirty here. Everyone has to use this place, so it really needs to be kept clean. And we get a floral powder from that. Yeah, you can go to places where a question mark appears, and you can sometimes get items from those places. So make sure you take note of that. So I want to go over and save the game first before we proceed on to what will happen in the next episode. So we now have a total of 4 party members. We have 2 over in one storyline, 2 in another storyline. And if you're wondering when are these 2 storylines going to cross paths, don't worry, they will, because yeah, it's kind of silly to have 2 completely different storylines and not have them converge at some point. So, with that in mind, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Eternal Sonata, and when I join you again, I will have Polka show Frederick what her special secret at night exactly is. So until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Novora Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.